Today, we're going to be doing a reading about if a past life experience is blocking you from financial profitability. So, we're going to have three different piles: pile A, pile B, and pile C. And we will be looking at specifically, are there any money blocks related to a past life? Let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the deck. Whenever you're picking one of the piles, always see where you feel the most drawn. Now, all of you don't have the same past lives, but there might be themes involved. Right away, what we're getting is interesting. We're getting the Hierophant and the Seven of Cups. Right away, I'm picking up a life connected to the 1500s, and you feel very much like a masculine energy. Your energy seems to me as someone who is a very devout person who's dedicated to studies. You're hardworking, but you also have a lot of restriction in your energy. And so being able to choose possibly a career path or something that you want to manifest wasn't an option. You had one way to earn a living, which was to be devout. You'd feel like a scholar or an academic in religious studies. But there's a restriction. There's a belief that there's only one way to do things, narrowing your energy field, especially around your third chakra. How does this relate to you today? In your subconscious, where the field of past life energies and karma resides, which can also affect your energy field, physical body, aura, and chakras, there's a sense of restriction in your solar plexus. You feel as though opening up and doing something exciting, fun, and new feels way too frivolous. Understand this is energy connected to a past life. Now, you might be asking yourself, how do I release this? You can release this in a few ways. First, you can identify and address that you feel this sensation and belief. Next, you can take some time, close your eyes, and imagine that the energy, the paradigm, the pattern of this past life is gently releasing from your energy field. And then you want to replace it with a sense of abundance and playfulness and freedom. That's life number one. Now, again, life number two, if you're drawn to this, is going to be connected to if you feel any restriction when it comes to your prosperity or abundance based upon a past life. So let's just see what comes forward. I've been reading past lives for many years. And I love doing them in private readings, but also make sure I'm doing it more here on the channel. Right away, we're pulling the King of Swords and the Death card. I feel like I'm tuning into a past life connected to you being a woman. And I'm seeing an image of you. This looks like it's the 1600s. And you are standing at your husband's deathbed and mourning his passing. You also are left with several children. I feel like this past life was in Italy, and you were in the role of mother. You had no way to earn a living. You had no way to contribute to your household. So you were left feeling like the bottom had dropped out of your life. So there's a sense of fear. There's a sense of not being prepared for what's to come. I also feel like you had three children. Your life became a very brittle, harsh. You had to rely on the helpfulness of the church to clothe and feed your children. It was quite desolate. In the end of this life, I feel like you were stricken with an illness and you left your children at younger ages, around their late teens, early 20s. Now, how does this come forward for you today? Well, the first thing is I'm really noticing that there is a fear of passing and those around you passing. For example, what would happen if your loved one passed? How would you make ends meet? How would you be able to create a livelihood? There's a fear residing in your subconscious. What can you do to release this fear? We're talking about the power center, the third chakra. You can do this by working on the emotional freedom technique, EFT tapping. You go through different meridian points, address the feelings and the subconscious beliefs that you have. But then when you feel the energy start to subside, positively affirm what is true. I have many ways I can earn a living. My life is adaptable. I'm a competent and capable person, things of that nature. Finally, the last life we have that is related to a money block you might have in a relationship to a past life. Let's take a look. We have the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. I'm really drawn to the 10 of Wands and feeling a burden. This lifetime, I believe, was in the 1300s, and I see you being a teenage male. It seems like you were very hardworking, possibly on a farm with your family. I can feel the back-breaking work required of you from a young age to help out. Your father was quite a bit older than you, and so his physical ability was much more limited than what you were being able to do because you were a young, strong child and then growing into a young man. So you took a lot of pressure on from your family that feels like a weight on your shoulders. Your mother was quite ill, so she was only able to prepare basic meals for all of you. She wasn't able to care for the other children. In birth order, I see you being the second to the oldest. Your sister was the oldest, and you had two younger siblings, a brother and a sister. You were the oldest boy in your family, so it fell upon you to do a lot of the work. So this was moment in your life when you really had dreams of what you wanted to do, but you were required and carried the burden of having to care for your family's needs. This was with you throughout much of your young life and into your 40s until your parents passed away and you had your own family. This idea of having to do something because it's expected of you is definitely something that you're dealing with, and it's a burden on your shoulders. You can reframe this in your life by changing your perspective, giving validation to the fact that everyone in your life will be taken care of, learning how to take care of themselves, and knowing that the more you trust and follow what is the thing that makes you the most happy as far as career, life path, that's the joy that you'll bring in order to create more alignment and prosperity in your own life. Let me know in the comments how you enjoyed this reading. I can't wait to do more, and be sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.